Heartbreaker is by far one of the strongest gear sets in the game. Right outside of Striker, this is the other gear set where once you get your stacks up, it's pretty much God mode for the remainder of whatever encounter you're doing. Now you can use this in PvE or PvP, it doesn't matter. I'm going to show you a lot of PvP content, and I'm also going to show you a lot of PvE content. It's going to be a heroic stronghold with rogue agents, and we will be doing multiple games of PvP to show you that this thing is not only a monster when it comes up against other players, but NPCs don't even stand a chance. So without further ado, let's jump into my latest Heartbreaker build. Here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. Now, shout out to the DoD, Disciples of Doom. And in today's build video, I'm going to bring to you a Heartbreaker build that can give you 6 million, 6 million armor. Oh my gosh, I almost said damage. No, you get 100% damage. 6 million armor. Now, 2 million of that is your armor, but because of Heartbreaker, like I said, once you get your stacks up, God mode, and well, this one is the exact same. You get your stacks up with this bad boy, you will be sitting at 6 million armor and 100% weapon damage on a Kingbreaker, which I will show you will delete players, NPCs, whether it be elites, chungas, it doesn't matter. So I hope you enjoy, all right? And with that being said, well, you know, sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. And finally, shout out where you're from. It's always cool to see where everyone's from. Now, the timestamps will be added after the live premiere. I cannot add them until the premiere is over. So we're going to do the build breakdown, and then we will go into the gameplay. All right, here we go. Build breakdown. Now, here is your Heartbreaker build. And starting at the top, we have the Technician Specialization. Now, the Technician Specialization is required for this build, okay? You do need to use this specialization. Now, for most of my build videos, I'll try to give you the option to use whatever it is you want, and then I'll just explain why I'm using the one I choose. But in this case, for this video, you need to have the Technician. Now, the reason being is because both the primary and secondary weapons that we have for this build both require the linked laser pointer. Now, the linked laser pointer is located on the long underbarrel rail attachment slot. So you have to make sure that your weapon has this attachment slot for the linked laser pointer. But once you have this sucker equipped, you're good to go. So you can see here on the left side of your screen, it says that the Technician laser pointer pulses enemies at which it's aimed. So all you have to do is aim your weapon, it will pulse the enemy, and there you go. Now, why is that so important? Well, we are using Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker pulses enemies, you do damage, you get bonus armor from pulsed enemies. The entire gear set is wrapped around the enemies being pulsed, all right? So right off the bat, if you're asking yourself what could be a good counter to this build, use a tanky pulse resistance build, and you should be good. But if you're not running a pulse resistance build, this is going to be a headache for you unless you have one of your own. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, the secondary weapon we are using is the rock and roll shotgun. I know, and everybody knows, that there is a reload bug currently in the game, and it's finally on their known issues board to being fixed. Hopefully it gets fixed soon, but who knows? Now, what do I mean by that is you can see the rock and roll shotgun is the named ACS-12 with the talent Perfectly Extra. Now, Perfectly Extra gives you that higher magazine size, and that's what makes this shotgun so sought after. The reason it's so sought after is Striker and Heartbreaker both require stacks to be built up before the build is actually worth your time and effort. So the ACS-12, or this one right here, the rock and roll shotgun, the named variant, it is one of the, well, it is the fastest shooting automatic shotgun. Now, each of these pellets, I believe in every shot, it has 8 pellets. Each of these pellets will stack, and you can get all of your, Heartbreaker or Striker stacks immediately. So the bug that's currently in the game is that every time you have the rock and roll or switch to the rock and roll shotgun, instead of the 30 rounds in the magazine, it'll only be 20. And then you have to reload, and it will actually take another 10 rounds out of your magazine or out of your ammo capacity because of this bug. So every time you switch to the weapon, every time you throw out a skill and then switch back to the weapon, you lose 10 rounds immediately. It is quite annoying, and yes, you will run out of rounds pretty quick if you're not smart about your consumption, but it's still the best thing to use, hands down. The 30 rounds in the magazine should be able to gain all of your Heartbreaker stacks within that one magazine. I'll show that right after the build breakdown. So that's why the rock and roll is so sought after, because 30 rounds in the magazine, you should be able to get all of your stacks up within that magazine, switch to your primary weapon, and you're good to go. It's pretty much the same thing with Striker, but Striker goes up to 200 stacks, so you might have to reload and keep getting those stacks for Striker. Whereas Heartbreaker, it's only 100 stacks, and 8 pellets per round, 30 rounds in the magazine. There's plenty of space for you to mess up there and still be able to get max on your Heartbreaker stacks. Now, the rock and roll shotgun also has the linked laser pointer. So whenever I'm aiming my shotgun at them, it will also pulse them, and that's what gives me the opportunity of getting those stacks up so quick. And, well, that's just another reason why Technician is required for this build. Now, going back to my primary weapon, the Kingbreaker. Now, I'm using the Kingbreaker because of the talent Perfect Flatline. Now, you'll notice that everything in this build works well together, and that's for a reason. Once you get, like, the correct build synergy, it's a whole nother level of fun and experience with the gameplay. Because every time I pulse, I activate Heartbreaker. However, every time that I pulse, I am also activating Perfect Flatline. Now, Perfect Flatline will amplify my weapon damage by 20% to all pulsed enemies. And, well, I already showed you with the linked laser pointer, every time we aim the weapon, they're getting pulsed. So it's a gimme, if you will. It's a cheat sheet. If you're going to use Heartbreaker and you have to pulse the enemies, well, it makes sense to either use Flatline or Perfect Flatline. And if you're going to use one of those, well, the hardest hitting weapon for any of that would be the Kingbreaker, because it has a low rate of fire, a very high total damage, and you get to amplify that by 20, unlike the normal Flatline variant, which is only 15. Now, this weapon is fully maxed out. I have it expertise maxed and everything. So the attributes, max AR, health, and damage to targets at a cover. We're sitting at 115.2k total damage, and that's before the 100% weapon damage from the Heartbreaker, and that is before it is then amplified by the Perfect Flatline. Pretty wicked. I love this weapon. It's amazing, and you need it for tank builds because it shoots so slow, and this is the perfect type of tank build for it, which makes it the perfect weapon. Now, that secondary is the rock and roll. I already explained to you the bug and everything with reloading. However, let's talk about the stats here. So this thing is maxed out for the attributes, but not the expertise. So you can get this 9% higher. We're only at 17. Max is 26. Now, with that being said, we are sitting at 291k total damage, and that is with max shotgun, armor, and damage to targets at a cover. We also have the perfectly extra talent, and it is currently bugged, so just remember to reload your weapon whenever you switch to it. And my sidearm is next. You can use whatever sidearm you want. It does not matter. I'm actually not even going to use the sidearm in this video. Actually, I do, to get someone's attention. But I'm not using it for any sort of combat thing. But just in case I get into a pickle and I need some extra armor, I can whip out the backup boomstick here. It has damage targets at a cover and preservation. So every time I get a kill, it will repair my armor. Now, if I have to resort to that with this type of build, I'm having trouble. Now, as far as the build itself, this is a 2 million armor build, but with Heartbreaker, it goes up to 6 million armor. Now, I know a lot of you are probably wondering, how's that possible? And it's because you have the chest piece and the backpack of Heartbreaker. You have to have both, okay? So the two mandatory items for the Heartbreaker would be the chest piece and the backpack. You could switch around the gloves and knee pads if you want, but I'll explain why I'm using these two named items to go with my Heartbreaker. Now back to the backpack and chest piece. So the Heartbreaker backpack is super important. The reason being is it doubles your bonus armor. So instead of 100 stacks of bonus armor, you get 200 stacks. It's 1% per stack. So you're getting 200% bonus armor. If you have 2 million armor and you get 200% bonus armor, you're now at 6 million armor, which is insane. But it's super fun because you also get 100% weapon damage and it's amplified by perfect flatline. Oh, I do like this build. It's a lot of fun. It truly is. But the chest piece is also required. The reason being is it comes with this extra talent called Max BPM. Now, Max BPM will increase your stacks from 50 to 100. So then that way you get 100% weapon damage and 200% bonus armor. It is required to get these numbers. You have to have these two items. Now, I do have the gloves and knee pads for Heartbreaker. The reason being is I went with two named items to go along with this build. The first one is the Hollow Man. I'm using this for the health damage, okay? I am using it for the health damage. Also, it does give me extra hazard, which I'll explain in just a second. But that health damage will go with the health damage on my Kingbreaker, which means when everything is said and done, you can see I'm sitting at 31% health damage, which is really good for a tank build. And then my other named item is the Picaro's holster. Now, the reason why I'm using the Picaro's is because I wanted the armor, but I also wanted more weapon damage. So the best thing to do there, put on the Picaro's, you get both. And I was really just speccing into hazard for this build, so it was perfect. I have the one attribute I can roll, and I went with hazard protection. So then you can see the one piece y'all with the health damage and the hazard helps out the build. The Picaro's gives us the armor, the weapon damage, and hazard to go along with the build. We are using the Heartbreaker with the chest piece in the backpack to get the 100% weapon damage and 200% bonus armor. And we are using the Kingbreaker to amplify that damage by 20%. We also have the Rock and Roll to get those stacks up immediately. And that's it. You're good to go. It's really, really that easy. You have your shotgun, you get your stacks up, you switch to your Kingbreaker. That's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, doing a deep dive into the Heartbreaker, okay? First up, we'll do the gear set bonuses. Now, the gear set bonuses that we are using for this build, 15% AR damage, 15% weapon handling, and that Heartbreaker talent. Now, I'm going to replace it with the backpack and the chest piece numbers whenever I'm reading this. So it says Heart Stopper. Headshots will apply a pulse for 5 seconds. So technically, I don't need the linked laser pointer. I could just shoot them in the head and it'll pulse them. But using the linked laser pointer will guarantee that pulse and you're good to go. Now it says here that weapon hits on pulsed enemies will add a stack of 2% bonus armor and 1% weapon damage to all pulsed enemies, up to a max of 100 stacks. Now 2 stacks are lost each second. So that's really not bad. You're not losing your stacks for missing shots, and they only go away 2 per second, which if you're at 100 stacks, I mean, what is that, 50 seconds that you have extra armor or extra weapon damage? Pretty nice. Now, when you're losing your stacks, you're able to gain them back immediately. So say I have max stacks and then I'm running around. I don't need to wait for those stacks to fully, deplete. I can just start shooting the next enemy and get those stacks fully max right away. Now, as far as the attributes, I'm going Hazard. This is a tank build that is unstoppable. They will run away from you. In the PvP gameplay, you will see skill builds and normal damage tank builds. They'll try to go up against me, and you'll see this in the PvP where they find out like I'm either running Hazard or my armor is crazy, and then they just run away. They go back to their spawn or whatever, and then they wait. It's really, really fun. I promise you. Grind out these pieces, put it together. It is super fun. All right. Attributes. Max armor for the core, Hazard with a bleed resistance mod. I'm using the bleed resistance because everyone and their mom likes to use the Stinger Hive. So I have burn and bleed resistance really high spec'd into for this build. That way, if they throw any sort of sticky bomb, any sort of hive on me, good to go. Going to the backpack, armor for the core, Hazard, and another bleed resistance mod. Going to the gloves, armor, and Hazard. You're seeing a trend here. I know you are. And knee pads, you guessed it, armor and Hazard. Going to the holster, this is the Picaro's holster. Now the Picaro's is the Brazos de Arquebus named holster. Now this one gives us a skill haste for 10% for that one-piece brand set bonus. We have armor for the core, but then we have weapon damage for a normal attribute, which is pretty cool, and then hazard protection. And finally, the creme de la creme, the icing on top, the cherry, the sprinkles, whatever it is you want to put up there, the Hollow Man mask. Now, the Hollow Man mask is, I will admit, a PvP exclusive item. However, you can get this out of named item caches. You can get this out of, I believe, season legacy caches, because you also are able to craft y'all gear. You can get y'all gear from the DZ. You can get y'all gear from conflict caches or the DZ vendors. But the Hollow Man mask, you can get the blueprint from Descent. So if you buy the reconstructed caches or take out the Nemesis for a reconstructed cache, you could also get the blueprint for this, and you can just craft it. You just have to craft it once because it's going to come with armor and health damage, so all you have to do is roll that bottom attribute to hazard, and that's it. You're good. For this one, though, I do have burn resistance for the mod to combat those burn stickies or chem launchers, and with this being named y'all gear, it does give me that 10% hazard. Now, as far as the skills, you can use whatever skills you want. It truly does not matter. And in fact, I use these skills accidentally in PvP and PvE. I know. Noob. I know. But it worked. It was easy. I used the Jammer and the Explosive Seeker Mine. Pretty, cookie cutter basic. I get it. I get it. But the reason why I do this is that way you can use whatever skills you're comfortable with. If you need like a booster, a revive hive, if you want heals or a defender drone, or maybe you want to do riot foam, that way you can get your stacks up. Whatever it is you want, as long as it matches your playstyle, go for it. Doesn't matter. Same with that sidearm, doesn't matter. Now, what I would do, if you nasty, I would probably change the sidearm to, where is it? This one right here, the TDI card custom, and then switch to like a riot foam. And then you could have, as soon as you switch over to your pistol, you could have a tier 2 riot foam and have like 4 or 5 in the ammo and just surprise people with riot foam, get your stacks up, and then they're like, what the fuck? That way, as soon as they're done with the riot foam and they look at your armor bar, they're like, yo, what just happened? I get riot foamed and then I look up and this guy has 6 million armor. What the F? True. Now, just a reminder, you can get the armor up even higher, okay? This is not fully maxed out. So each of these items can go up to expertise 26. So you're able to get this way tankier than the way I have it. I have my gear items at low expertise because I just don't have the exotic components to put into this build. Now, with that being said, here is the stat sheet, and then we'll jump over to the gameplay. We're sitting at 115k for weapon damage for that King Breaker, 46k for PvP. 10% crit chance because we really don't care. It's a armor build. We just care about that base damage, that, that raw damage. Crit damage is 45, headshot 75, and then we have that health damage and damage to targets at a cover. Offensive tab, we are sitting at 51%, all weapons damage bonus, and 45% AR damage bonus. So every time we're using the Kingbreaker, we are starting out at 96% damage bonus total. Now remember, we get 100% weapon damage from the Heartbreaker, and we get 20% amp damage from the Perfect Flatline. And with that being said, here is our defensive tab. So we're rounded up to 2 million armor. We're sitting at 1.95, but remember, you can expertise upgrade all of those gear items and get way higher armor, but it is 1% at a time, and it's only based off of that armor on that specific item. So you'll probably hit a little bit over 2 million armor once everything is fully maxed out, and then there you go. Looking at the max health, we're sitting at 363k health, my bad. And then for the explosive resistance, we're at 10%, but that's due to our watch level. And then we are at 80% hazard with 100% bleed and 90% burn. Now, the 10% is due to my watch level. So here is my disclaimer for all my build videos. I am sitting at watch level 8,944. This is, everything's maxed out. All these boxes are maxed out 50 of 50. Now, if you are at or above shade level 1000, you can copy and paste my build and get the exact same numbers and results. And if you can get your expertise even higher, then you could even get higher numbers than me. However, if you are below shade level 1000, some of these numbers are not going to be maxed out. Therefore, where you go to copy and paste my build, some of your numbers are going to be lower than mine. Don't freak out. It's still a great build, I promise you. This will freak out your enemy and put a smile on your face. Just put it together and let me know what you think about it. Now that is it for the build breakdown. If you found this helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But that's it for me. I am Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. All right? Peace out. And, oh yeah, roll that footage. All right, and here we go with some PvP gameplay. Looks like we're going to be doing Skirmish, Georgetown. And let's see here. Shout out to my team and shout out to the other team. Looks like they're still finding their fourth. But Skirmish is going to be the game mode that is 4v4 PvP, and they just found their fourth. And it's going to be first team to 20 kills wins. And this is going to be with that Heartbreaker Unstoppable build with 6 million armor. And you'll see that live in action right here for PvP. And then afterwards, I'll jump over to do some PvE and show you how crazy it is over there as well. But with the hazard protection, you don't have to worry about people throwing skills at you when you're face tanking. And then you can just get your armor up and then just go to town with all of that extra weapon damage. Look at this. We have a pistol, 2 capacitors, and a Kingbreaker. I like it. I like it. Some good-looking group of agents here. Let's get it on. Let's go. Put me in, coach. I'm ready. All right, here we go. Skirmish. 3, 2, 1.
All enemies before you run out of reinforcements.
Now, yes, there is still that bug with the rock and roll, so every time I switch to it, it will say 20 rounds. So yes, you do have to reload to get it back to 30. It's an ongoing bug with this this weapon. And it's been in the game ever since they started Project Resolve. So it's been in here for quite a while now. There's a person right there on the edge. Yep. There we go. There's a guy up top just shooting Kims on us. Alright, GG's. Yeah, he's just shooting Kims on us the whole time. Where's the guy shooting Kims? Yep, here he is. And this is why I'm running Hazard. Because you then see you're just running.
Hostile defender drone detected.
He doesn't understand that the fire's really not getting me. Ooh, that seeker mine, though. That was dirty. Yeah, he ran back here, back corner. Oh! Swerve. That guy just left the game, I think. I don't know why he was just standing there like that. That was weird.
Hostile striker drone detected.
I don't see that skill build guy. Once I get my stacks up, I'll show you how crazy the armor bar gets.
Hostile hive detected.
I can't get my stacks up if they're going to stay in their spawn. Whatevs. Yeah, they're starting to leave the game. Alright, we'll probably have to play more than one game. This build's ridiculous. It's a tank. So once they find out that they can't take you out, they run away. And this is what happens. It's all a part of the game, I get it. Because when they run back into their spawn, I'll lose my armor. So then I can't be tanky.
Boost about to come online.
That was a tier 6. A tier 6 turret. That was crazy.
Boost online.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the boost. We're gonna have to play more than one game with this crazy build. All you have to do is get your stacks up, and there you go. It's game over. Just like Striker. I mean, some would say that Heartbreaker is better than Striker because Heartbreaker gives you that armor. But a lot of people love that the Striker gives you 200% weapon damage, where Heartbreaker, it only gives you 100% weapon damage. So I think if they were to bump that up to 200, this would be the meta over Striker. But because it's only 100 weapon damage stacks instead of 2, that's why a lot of people gravitate towards Striker, which is fine. But that's just why. I mean, if you don't want to use Striker, Heartbreaker's your next best because you get the armor and you get the weapon damage and you get to pulse everybody. It's amazing. Look at this guy all up in their spawn. Holy crap. Look at this guy.
An agent needs assistance.
Yeah. You're gonna die like that, bro. Yeah. Wait for the mercy roll. We'll play another one.
Hostile defender drone
There they go.
detected.
Bro, he was right next to you.
Hostile airburst seeker detected.
But you see, he just can't get through my armor
Hostile
at all.
hive detected.
And he was using an Ouroboros.
System.
You've won an emphatic
GG's.
victory.
We'll
Well
play another
done.
one. But, I mean, this is just a taste of how unstoppable the Heartbreaker is. It's ridiculous. Them adding the 200% bonus armor was like chef's kiss for survivability. But the 100 stacks compared to the Striker, obviously, you know, more damage. Give me the damage. I'd rather go to Striker too. I get it. But I cannot ignore how fearful people get when they see the bonus armor that you gain from Heartbreaker. They either run away, back out, or they just start throwing the kitchen sink at you. Hey, GG's. Give this person their flowers. GG's, GG's. You were all up in their spawn, kicking ass. And chewing bubblegum, and I guess you were all out of bubblegum, huh? I went 1-0-2, 17 million damage. I did 17 million damage with 1 kill. Holy crap. I can't wait to play a full game. Let's just bring it right back. Bring it back. Oh, nice. It just threw us right into another game. Good, 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 good. All right, here we go. Bringing it back, bringing it back. Ooh, loading like that, it did it. Oh, okay. New lobby. Cool. Was Caesar in the last game with me? No, he wasn't. Nice. All new people. GG's. And this game we are doing Stadium Skirmish. And shout out to my team. And shout out to the other team. This should be fun. Good. All right. And again, this is with that Heartbreaker. All you have to do is get the pulse and then go to town. The only people you would not be able to pulse on would be the pulse resistance builds, but I don't really think a lot of people run those like people think they do. I mean, people are having enough time, trouble trying to get a system corruption build together, let alone three-piece y'all. Which I think the y'all would be easier to obtain because of the Hollow Man, but I digress. Yo, look at this good group of agents. I love it. I like that beret. And then the other guy had the gray beard. I love it. Shout out to my brother from another mother, Sergeant Graybeard. The Gaming Brigade. Good portion of the community. Very positive. Here we go. Skirmish. 3, 2, 1.
Defeat the enemy before your reinforcements are spent.
Run. Run. Run, run. We got this. We got this. All right. Shout out to my team. Shout out to the other team again. GG's ahead of time. Let's see if we have a good game. I mean, if you don't know this by now, I run the exact same routes every single time I play.
Hostile exclusive seeker
Ooh,
mine
shish
detected.
kebab. That was a big boy seeker. Oh, I see him. Wall, right side. There's another one left side. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a seeker right and go left.
Hostile hive detected.
Oh, behind me.
Agent needs assistance.
Mm-hmm. GG's. GG's. I don't even have my stacks up yet. I think if you want to guarantee your stacks immediately, just probably switch the jammer to a scanner. But I use the jammer because I want to get rid of their skills.
System malfunctioning.
My team's not even near me. I don't want to go up against
System
their whole
back
team.
online.
Yep, that's system corruption.
Vital signs critical. System curtailed.
Holy moly.
System restored.
Stand by.
Hostile defender drone detected.
There we go. Oh!
Boost about to activate. Hostile shock trap detected. Boost now active.
Ooh! Another one shooting me.
System back online.
I'm already at max. Near max. Another one's down. Behind.
Firing the boost. Boost has activated my allies.
The enemy is about to
Got him.
move out. You're too strong for this.
Hostile
GG's.
hive detected.
Yep. They're all getting pulsed now. At first they weren't. He's a skill build.
Hostile stinger hive detected.
Alright. Oh,
Agent down.
you guys are too close. I'm taking away all your armor. There's Umbra. I see you, I'm coming.
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
Give me a second, man. I can't get to you. They're watching you. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're getting mercied as well.
Hostile
Jeez.
defender drone detected.
GG's.
Victory. They won't be coming back now.
I mean, if we keep doing mercy rolls, I'm just going to have to keep bringing it back. I mean, in reality, how many mercy rolls can we get? You know? Watch me be here 24 hours later. All right, let's see. I didn't get MVP that time either. There you go. Give boss their flowers. Get it? Let's see here. Went 3-0-4, 17.3 million damage. I think that's 2 games in a row with the same damage, same mercy. All right, let's shoot. Let's bring it back. All right, third game is the charm. We're just going to play this last one, and then I think that'll be that. I mean, if it's another mercy, so be it, but I don't want to make a 3-hour build video just because I keep getting mercy rules. But all right, so the map is going to be Capital Ruins. Again, it's going to be Skirmish, which is conflict PvP 4v4. First team to 20 kills wins. It's a arena-based PvP. That way you don't have to worry about checkpoints or NPCs shooting you in the back or anything. It's just straight up PvP. All right, good-looking group of agents. Let's have a good game. Here we go. And just a reminder, this is the Heartbreaker Unstoppable tank build with 6 million armor and a crap ton of damage. We are also using this with fairly high hazard. I mean, 100% bleed. But I think it's at like 80 or 90 for the burn.
Wipe out the enemy before you run
It's
out
not
of
bad. Not bad at all.
reinforcements.
But the main thing is just get our stacks up and then go to town. And again, shout out to my team. Shout out to the other team. And here we go. All right, the right side. Right side, right side.
Hostile hive detected.
I only see the one guy.
Hostile defender drone
2 right side.
detected.
3 right side. Go mid. Push, risky. Push, push, push. Alright, you see my armor? Look at that armor bar. We're near max. Ooh, that armor bar.
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile
Right side.
predator seeker mine detected.
I think they're gonna go alleyway.
Boost online.
Oh,
Immediate medical assistance
from
needed.
around the corner. From around the corner.
Agent out of action.
They're about to push. Yep.
Agent deceased.
Nice. Oh, the other guy got me for
Boost
1
is
point.
being
Ah, okay. I didn't even see the
Allies
other
have
guy
acquired
shooting
the
me. He's in the
boost.
garage. Okay. I was like, damn, that guy got me. Yeah, it's him and his buddy. GG's. Nope, we have damage. We are up by a tree. And they're in their spawn, though.
Hostile hive detected.
Seems to be the name of the game today. Once you die, you just sit in your spawn. Yeah, they're just chilling. I know there's a guy in the garage right there. Watch my secret mine. Yep, he's still there. Fair enough. There's a guy right there, far left corner.
Hostile defender drone detected.
What was that?
Vital signs critical.
There's two back there?
Agent out of action.
There are. There's two right there. Oh, snap. Yeah, that might have been the most clutch pickup I've ever seen in my life. GG's on that pickup. Whoever did that. GG's. Yo, there's two down. Push these motherfuckers.
Hostile stinger hive detected.
He's down. And he's down.
Medical assistance needed.
Look at that. Picked me up, and that's a team wipe. Yo, if you saw that. Yo, shout out whoever picked me up right there. GG's.
Hostile enter Sigma
That
mine
went from a
detected.
crappy situation to a team wipe. GG's on that.
Agent down.
Alright, I'm pushing back. Woo. On my way. Need to get my armor back. I can't face tank with no armor. Tis bad, and they are focus firing. Alright, I got my armor back. I will be picking up the special and heading right back to you.
An agent needs assistance.
Oh no!
Supply drop being claimed by friendly.
Alright, me and Risky are over here.
The specialization supply drop is
Pushing
in
your
friendly
way.
hands.
We are up by 6. Yeah, they keep getting pickups.
Hostile hive detected.
The enemy can't keep up.
Agent down.
Oh, there's two of them. There's two of them. Oh, there's two of them, bro.
Forward.
Let's go! GG's. Whew. GG's. Ooh,
An
bro.
agent needs assistance.
Oh, it was you with the revive. Oh, it didn't get you. Damn. Yo, that revive was clutch earlier. Just stand back there. Yep.
Hostile explosive Sigma mine detected.
About to throw something on me. Oop, spawn's flipped.
Hostile stinger hive detected. Agent down. Vital signs critical. Hostile defender drone detected.
Oh my god, there's no way. There's no way. I just survived that. There's no effing way. There's no way I survived that. OMG. If you just saw me survive that. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, it's because I didn't have my Heartbreaker stack, so I whipped out my shoddy.
Boost about to
And I got
activate.
so lucky
Hostile
because
Sigma
the
mine
shoddy
detected.
gets those stacks up so quick. Oh my gosh, that was so
Boost
good.
now active.
That was good. They're gonna be right there, bro.
Allies are acquiring the boost. The boost has been taken by
Oh my
allies.
gosh, and we have damage. Bro, what are you doing? Yeah. GG's. Get out of here. GG's.
It's a win. Solid.
Man, that was a good game. I like that one. That was a good game. 2 close calls. I got a clutch pickup by a teammate, and then we ended up team wiping them. And then I was pretty much dead, and then just did a 1v2. Oh, that was glorious. Risky. Give this person their flowers. GG's. You got it. That was good. Let's see here. 1.1 million XP. I went 5, 1, and 8. 22.2 million damage. Most damage again. All 3 games. And I am a full tank. Holy moly. Alright. Let's go to PvE. And here we are for PvE. So what I'm going to do is just match make random heroic and see what we do. Alright, there we go.
You have received an
And whatever these people are doing, I'll help them out. If it's a mission, a stronghold, bounty, whatever it is, we at least know it's going to be on heroic difficulty.
This is a chance to wipe out the hyena
And it
leadership
looks
in one
like we are
decisive
doing
blow.
District Union
Get in there
Arena.
and hunt them down. Every last one of them.
Alright. Is that what we're doing right now? Yes, we are doing District Union Arena. Okay, here we go.
golden bullet being assembled by hostile.
Forgot it was Golden Bullet too.
Received golden bullet.
Yo,
Serious
come
trauma
on with that
detected.
shit. This person's shooting me with like a sideways pistol, and I can't get him with the King Breaker. Like, what was that?
Golden bullet complete.
Got him. Pick your head up. Pick your head up. GG's. Well, let's go. My Heartbreaker is pretty much going to stay max, I would assume, the entirety. Let's see what happens. But it should be. Alright, let's go. Oh, I forgot to change to my PvE. Yeah, whatever. My PvE skills. Whatevs. Doesn't bother me. Oh, I just messed myself up there. That was dumb. Yo, what's my teammate doing? What's my teammate doing? He's not even moving. What are they doing? Oh, they're trying to get that collectible? Ooh, turret guy's about to get golden bullet. There we go. Oh yeah. Woo. Oh my gosh. Ooh. 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 Going ham. Nice. Woo. That was cool. Felt good. Yeah, this part we're gonna have to get inside of that door. Okay, here we go. Mind you, I'm still using my PvE skills. This is pretty funny. Oh, golden bullet behind me. Oh, dude, golden bullet behind me. Golden bullet behind me.
Golden bullet.
How do you like my driving?
Jeez. That sucked. That sucked. We'll be okay now, though. Yeah, the golden bullet sounds like it's on like speed. I love it. Woo. Look at my armor bar. That's that 6 million armor. Yeah, get out the door, bro. Look at that. That's full stacks, and I'm at. That's full stacks. Yeah. Woo, man, that's a lot of armor. That's crazy.
Local power offline.
I'll hit the button.
Circuit breaker detected. Hostile assembling a golden bullet.
Get him. Come on. There you go. Boom. GG's. Woo. How'd that not kill him? Yeah, whatever. Oh, golden bullet, golden bullet. There we go.
Received. Golden bullet.
Oh, right next to me. Good job. Good job. All right, here we go. Oh! Nice. Trying to get all my golden bullet things. I haven't really been playing. I've been on PlayStation lately. Can't believe I said that out loud. Woo! Excuse me, excuse me. Nice. GG. GG's.
We're set up in the mall. They're not getting through here. Don't die, motherfucker. Not a chance.
Don't die, motherfucker. Not a chance. This guy's already looted all these boxes in this mission, so I'm guessing he's just trying to get this collectible. He has it highlighted, but I don't think it's in this mission. I think it's outside of this mission. Let's see. Maybe it's inside of this room up here? Yeah, no, that's outside of the mission, I believe. Let me see. It says it's inside the mission. Yeah, man. I can. Let me see. I can, no problem.
Hostile completed. The golden bullet.
Check out my armor bar. Check out my armor bar. Ooh. Ooh. Did none of my bullets hit him right there? None of them? What was that? That was weird. Pretty sure I just shot a whole freaking magazine. Alright. That was weird. Like, as soon as he walked into this room, a lot of those bullets did not register. That was... That was the first. Got him.
Rogue.
You still there, sweetie?
Rogue agents.
Hello? Fuck.
Did I just say
Everybody
rogue
get yourselves
agents?
ready. This situation is serious.
Nah, this guy has his TV way too high now. Pretty sure that just said rogue agents. It did. Rogue agents, people. We have rogue agents. We have rogue agents. Oh man, we have rogue agents.
Hostile restore hive detected.
Ooh, that's an oxy.
Serious trauma
Stand by.
detected. Hostile assault turret detected. Hostile Mender Seeker mine detected.
Get this one, get this one. We got him. We got him, we got him. Come on. Yep, 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 yep. Good job. Oh, dude. How does he hit me like that? There we go. Woo. Oh. Oh, they already used up all my bonus armor. This is bad. Getting shot from the right. That did not hit him at all. I have no freaking... healer hive. Come on. Jeez. One more. We got it. GG's. Good job.
Rogue agent eliminated.
Good job. Rogue agents didn't know that they were messing with a hunter, now did they? Yeah, shout out to Dutch. This is the guy that I just joined. He turned his mic on. Woohoo! Alright, this part's gonna suck. Here we go. Because I do not...
Received. Golden bullet. Golden bullet being assembled by hostile. Hostile has full golden bullet.
No, that's the boss. There we go. Woo.
Diesel, what's going on down there? Diesel, are you dead too, you inbred son of a bitch? Everybody get to the arena, now!
Man, that echo's killing me. Oh, here's the collectible he needs. There we go.
Airborne toxins at unsafe levels. Filters failing. Air filter function restored. Air quality acceptable.
We're doing good.
We got devils in our house and they mean to kill us
Digging it.
all. Stand and fight.
Stand and
You hear
fight.
me? Stand and fight.
All right, here we go.
Airborne toxins at unsafe levels. Filters failing.
Where they at? There we go. Come on. Oh yeah. Turn around this way. All right, boss. GG's.
Taking out the hyena leadership leaves a faction in disarray. I'll send teams
And I
to
just
start
got
securing the
BTSU
supplies
gloves.
and
Watch
equipment
this.
those bastards
Watch,
were
she's
hoarding.
about to freak
Now
out.
let Odessa know. The theater settlement will be able to rest a little easier now.
All right, GG's. There we go. GG's, GG's. All right. Shout out to Dutch. And we're out.
Hostile has full golden.
And And that will conclude our PvE
You have
gameplay.
left the group.
That is my
Safe
Heartbreaker
area entered.
build. With all hazard, all armor, crazy survivability, crazy damage. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend. If you're sick of just using Striker, Heartbreaker's pretty much your next best bet. You get 200% bonus armor and 100% weapon damage. Super strong. But that's it for me. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Kamikazevondoom. Peace out.